tragedy in Indianapolis, a mass shooting at FedEx. Today we'll talk with Congressman Andre Carson. Plus, the pandemic and a vaccine now on pause. We'll hear from Indiana Senator Todd Young and Marion County Health Director Virginia Kane. And as we approach the end of this year's session, we talk school funding and the battle over the governor's emergency powers with State Senator Eddie Milton and State Senator Ron Olting. It's all ahead this Sunday in Focus.
Exploring the issues that matter most in Indiana. This is In Focus with Dan Spieler.
The eyes of the nation are on Indianapolis today in ways that we would never have hoped for.
Heartbreak in Indiana after a mass shooting last Thursday night at the FedEx ground facility in Indianapolis. Now with flags at half-staff at the State House and around the country. Calls for action are mounting as police investigate how this happened and why. Jesse Wells is in Indianapolis today with the latest. Jesse?
Good morning. The mayor, the police chief, and the FBI all spoke about the shooting on Friday, hours after the violence erupted here at the FedEx ground facility in Indianapolis. Now, the shooting started late Thursday when police say a man shot multiple people, both inside and outside the building, before taking his own life. Governor Holcomb issued a statement Friday calling it a heartbreaking day and saying he was shaken by the shooting. The governor added, in times like this, words like justice and sorrow fall short in response for those senselessly taken. He also ordered flags across the state to be flown at half-staff through this coming Tuesday. Mayor Joe Hogsett also shared his thoughts on the shooting and said, while it's hard to make sense of these kinds of tragedies, now is not the time to despair.
How tragedies like this continue to occur again and again. They joined the Indianapolis community in trying to understand this senseless violence. And it seems to me that beyond the need of comfort for the grieving, we must guard against resignation or even despair. The assumption that this is simply how it must be and that we might as well get used to it. We need the courage that compels courageous acts that push past weariness.
The mayor also pointed out this is now the third mass casualty shooting in Indianapolis this year and thanked all the first responders who came to the FedEx facility to try to investigate the case. Jesse Wells, back to you.
Jesse, thanks. President Joe Biden issued a statement Friday saying gun violence is an epidemic in America, but says we should not accept it, we must act. He goes on to say, God bless the 8 fellow Americans we lost in Indianapolis and their loved ones. We also heard Friday from Vice President Kamala Harris.
Yet again, we have families in our country that are grieving the loss of their family members because of gun violence. There is no question that this violence must end, and we are thinking of the families that lost their loved ones.
Now, Friday, we also heard from Indiana Congressman Andre Carson, who spoke one-on-one with our Melissa Crash.
I think we have to come together as a community. You know, I'm urging the state government of Indiana to act on gun violence prevention. You know, states across the country are enacting legislation to repeal handgun permits. It's insane.
So what do you think needs to happen next? What are you pushing for?
Well, at the federal level, Congress is taking action to stop gun violence. First, we have to reinstate the assault weapons ban. It never should have lapsed after Congress passed the Brady Bill. Military-style weapons have no place in civil society. Every mass shooting is different, we know. No single policy can prevent them all. But to say there's nothing we can do is totally false.
We're also hearing from our senators. Republican Senator Mike Braun saying our hearts are mourning for the individuals who've senselessly lost their lives, all their loved ones and co-workers at FedEx who will be dealing with this tragedy for a long time to come. And Senator Todd Young said the shooting at FedEx was a senseless tragedy. Indiana and the nation mourn for the lives lost and forever changed that night. More on the shooting coming up. This week, I also asked Senator Young for his thoughts on the other big story this past week, the J&J vaccine now put on pause because of a handful of severe side effects. I asked him what it means for the efforts to vaccinate people here in Indiana and across the country.
Are you concerned about the impact that may have when it comes to vaccine hesitancy? And what's your message for Hoosiers who may have some concerns?
Oh, people need to be able to trust their government. So the CDC, Centers for Disease Control, saw a problem out there. The public health experts are looking to remedy that and figure out the causes of that. I understand it's a very isolated situation as it relates to the J&J vaccine. So I hope that we can resume providing vaccines to as many Hoosiers and other Americans as quickly as possible and as safely as possible.
All right, well, more of my interview with Senator Young next week. In the meantime, this week, we also heard from U.S. Surgeon General Vivek Murthy, who spoke one-on-one with our Washington correspondent, Anna Wernicke.
U.S. Surgeon General Dr. Vivek Murthy says the CDC and FDA paused the use of the single-dose Johnson & Johnson vaccine in order to give health officials enough time to review the data.
What it means is that the system is working well to identify any potential threats.
Murthy says increasing awareness of the rare potential severe type of blood clot will save lives.
These clots are different from the traditional clots that people get that respond to blood thinners. They have to be treated in a different and special way.
Administration officials say the decision was made out of an abundance of caution.
We will continue to get supply out the door as soon as it's available.
White House Coronavirus Response Coordinator Jeff Zients says the administration is working to make sure anyone scheduled for a J&J vaccine appointment gets rescheduled for a Pfizer or Moderna vaccine.
This week, we will make 28 million doses of Pfizer and Moderna available.
And Dr. Anthony Fauci says right now the focus is restoring trust and confidence in the vaccines.
It should reinforce in those individuals how we take safety so seriously.
We want people to feel confident that the vaccines they're getting are both effective and safe. And that means having safety systems in place that can catch signals and investigate them when they arise.
In Washington, I'm Anna Wernicke.
The situation left the state scrambling to replace those J&J vaccinations at some of their clinics, including IMS. Meantime, cases continue to rise across the state. This week, we're getting more reaction to the latest developments and what it means here in Indiana as we speak with Dr. Virginia Kane from the Marion County Health Department.
Yes, it was expected on our part in the sense that this is spring break, okay? We also lifted a number of our restrictions, but we also noted that because the governor and the rest of the state has no restrictions.
Dr. Kane says Marion County doesn't plan to add back any of those restrictions as of right now. Well, coming up, we're going to talk with our panel about the gun control debate in the wake of this week's deadly mass shooting in Indianapolis. But up next, big news at the State House this week as well. Budget talks, billions of additional revenue in the forecast, and a veto override. We'll talk with two state senators about what could be coming in the final days of the legislative session next week.